Ladies, this is not the Zac Efron you want to date. No, 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 no. Hello YouTube, Ash here, and welcome to another episode of Best Talks. Today I'm doing a movie review, and the film I will be reviewing is extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. So this is the new biopic of serial killer Ted Bundy. It stars Zac Efron and Lily Collins. So will this film be a killer or should it be killed? Let's get into it. After watching the documentary The Ted Bundy Tapes, I was really interested in this film, and not to mention my wife watches a lot of true crime shows. A lot. And I mean a lot. A lot. Now, after watching the film, I have to say it's not really what I expected. First, let me talk about the good. Now, the main thing this film has going for it is Zac Efron. Now, I've said this in other videos, but I'll say it again. A biopic will fail if the main actor fails to capture the subject of the film. And here, they had no worries about that because Zac Efron becomes Ted Bundy. He captures all the charm of Ted Bundy. Yes, I said charm. If you've seen any of the real life videos, you will see that Ted Bundy was a really charming, funny, and charismatic guy. And Zac Efron perfectly imitates that. Also, he has that wickedness because we do know that Bundy was a monster. Yes, charming, but a monster. And Zac manages to pull that off. There are times when the camera zooms in, you can tell that he's pure evil just by looking at his eyes. But then, yeah, as I said, charming, handsome. It also helps that Efron actually does look a lot like Bundy. And yes, I am gonna say it, this is without doubt Efron's strongest acting performance to date. Honestly, I can no longer consider him just a pretty boy and a guy with a hot body. Although the guy definitely has a killer body. No. Also, I liked Lily Collins' performance as Liz Kendall, who was Bundy's longtime girlfriend. You can actually see the shock and horror in her performance as she starts to realize and starts to accept what Bundy is and how it affects her own personal life. You really feel for the character, and that is definitely down to Collins' performance. I also like the detail to accuracy, especially in the last big trial. I've actually seen videos of the real trial, and here it's recreated perfectly. Everything from all the dialogue and how the dialogue is delivered and how the characters play off each other. And it also has some great co-stars in this scene, as we have John Malkovich as the judge and Jim Patterson as the prosecuting attorney. And also, as I mentioned, all lines are delivered fantastically. The lines are real. Just check out the video and then check out this, and you will see the, line by line, everything is perfect, especially Efron's banter with Malkovich. If you watch the videos, you will see that Bundy bantered with the judge. So yeah, this was really great, and I really enjoyed that they pulled it off. They actually recreated this real scene. Now let's get into what I didn't like. Now the main thing I didn't like was how the film was structured. Now you might call me a psychopath, a bloodthirsty person. However, I wanted to see more of the killings. I wanted to see more of the evolution of Bundy as a serial killer, and not as the film did, where it focused on when he's already caught and on the last big trials, on his 2 trials when he's defending himself and all that. Now, I'm not saying that that bit isn't interesting. It is. I would definitely keep it in. However, I would shorten it a bit so we would have more of the evolution of Bundy. I would like to see how he abducted those 2 girls at that park, because that was a really interesting thing. I would like to see how he abducted that girl who escaped. Now, I get that this film focused mostly on his girlfriend and her accepting of him as a serial killer and her downfall as his downfall, their joint downfall as she spirals into alcoholism and all that, as she comes to terms with what he's done. However, yeah, the main draw for me was Bundy, so I wanted to see more of a biopic of Bundy. The structure of the film is something I really didn't like. It felt too rushed and I wanted to see more darkness. You know, it felt very family friendly. Well, it's not exactly family friendly, but you get my point. You know, it felt, you know, glossed over and I wanted to see a more darker biopic. So before I give you my final rating, let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile? And if you have, what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below and let's talk about it. In conclusion, I would give this film a 3 out of 5. I enjoyed the film for what it was, however I wanted more Bundy. I wanted to see more of his evolution into a killer. I wanted to see more of his kills and not just focus on his court case and his charm and banter with the judge. So yeah, the film definitely had some pacing issues and it felt kind of rushed. Overall, it's on Netflix, so I would definitely give it a watch. So that's it. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I've been Ash. If you did like it, hit that like button. And also, if you're new to the channel and like what you've seen, I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, top 10s and all that. So consider hitting that subscribe button and I will see you next time. Bye bye.